the site.
Hello everybody, my name is William Wilbanks and my audience today is Jamie Boatwright, Andrew Hayes, and Connor Curley. And today I'm here to inform you all about drugs and performance enhancing drugs, which are PEDs used in baseball. In sports, there have been multiple people who have been suspended for drug and PED usage. I play baseball and know a lot about baseball and the usage of PEDs in the sport. The history of steroids and PEDs in baseball is a very popular topic brought up in the MLB, or being able to be elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Today, I'd like to inform you on the history of the steroid era in the major leagues. There are three periods of the steroid era: the pre-steroid era, including the time before everyone knew steroids were getting popular, the peak of the steroid era, and what all was going on during the steroid era, and the post-steroid era, and how people got caught on and what happened when they did get caught. Let's start with the pre-steroid era and what all was going on during that time. If you aren't a baseball fanatic and don't know much about the steroid era, I would recommend reading a thing about the steroid era on ESPN's website called The Steroid Era, which I would use to prepare to state facts about certain players that got caught using steroids, such as Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and other baseball players that were using PEDs. During the early pre-steroid era, not many people were hitting that many home runs, but when it started to change was when 13 different major leaguers hit at least 40 homers in a season. That all changed when McGwire and Sosa were having a home run battle for most home runs in a season, which the record was set by Roger Maris, which McGwire passed at hitting his 61st and 62nd homer of the season. By the final week of the season, Sosa tied it up with McGwire at 65 home runs. McGwire finished the last season with 5 home runs, which made it 70 home runs for the season, and Sosa came short with 66, 26 more home runs than the previous season. Later, McGwire admitted about taking androstenedione. At the time, it was illegal, and people weren't talking about it that much, but he didn't allow people to drug test him for other drugs. McGwire's record didn't last long for 3 years because Barry Bonds, the most known player to take steroids, hit 73 home runs that season. He hit his 500th home run that season for his career, and his 600th home run that season, or the next season. Between 1998 and 2009, 10 players joined the 500 home run club. 6 have been linked to PEDs. After they cracked down on the PEDs, the number of home runs went down drastically. In conclusion, I'd like to give you a review on what I just talked about, and today I told you about drug usage in baseball and the steroids that baseball players are using, and how much of a difference it is making in players' performance, and how many home runs they hit while taking steroids, and how much better they play. And when they don't take them, how they don't hit as many home runs, and it changes the game drastically in how they perform. I divided the steroid era into 3 time periods: the pre, mid, and post-steroid era. And the pre-steroid era was where not many people knew about steroids and how it affected the game, and the peak of the steroid era is when everybody started noticing players hitting so many home runs and their performance of the game was going up. And the post-steroid era is when people started figuring out people were cheating and using steroids, and how they were going to not make it into the Hall of Fame. I think that steroid era was definitely an entertaining time to watch baseball because there were so many home runs hit, and it was a lot more fun to watch. But I don't think they should be allowed because I believe it is cheating and gives an unfair advantage to players who are taking them compared to the ones who aren't taking them.